Now from the University of Okoboji, it's Okoboji Broadcast with Jeff Thee.
Welcome to Okoboji Broadcast, everybody. Welcome to the start of another week with a little snow on the ground of the Iowa Great Lakes. Sonja Hamm is here with us today. She's the Lakes Regional Healthcare Foundation Executive Director at Lakes Regional Healthcare. Yes. Welcome.
Thank you. Good to be here.
Good to have you here with us in the
Yes.
Man Cave. And,
Thank you.
and it's fun to talk about, this is a tradition that's going on quite a few years now. It's
Yes.
the Grape Escape.
Yep. We're excited. So we had to take a little siesta last year.
Yeah.
Missed seeing everyone, and so now we're back at it. Getting together in February again for the Grape Escape for the hospital. So looking forward to that. Just about a month away.
Yeah.
So
Tell me about the Grape Escape, because it's basically, it helps with scholarships, does it not? Yeah.
Absolutely. So we've been, through a couple different realms with that. We've helped with some equipment over time. 3D mammography was a big project we did a handful of years ago. And then, things just started changing when it came to workforce. So we were able to kind of shift our focus and say, how do we help with that? How
Right.
is the foundation able to contribute to making that a better fit for not only the hospital, but how does that help the community still? And so we really tweaked that to move to scholarship support. And so that's designed to say, hey, we want you interested in health careers, and we know that part of the restriction sometimes is the financial piece.
Right.
So what can we do to get people interested, for one, but then how can we also support them financially in those goals? And so we did that little tweak to the scholarship endowment fund, and been really pleased with people's response to supporting that effort. And they can really see the fruits of it. It's fun.
Yeah.
It's fun to give those scholarships out, of course, but yeah, really excited about what that's doing.
Well,
Feel like we're just getting started.
Yeah,
So,
and you can kind of cultivate your own ground, as it were,
Right.
with because
Right.
I see all the time on your Facebook posts that different kids from the different
Yeah.
schools who come in do internship or
Yes.
J-term and all these
Yes.
things, and obviously have an interest
Absolutely.
in healthcare.
Absolutely.
And when you help them in their future, we're that type of area that kids, after they get out of college, think, I grew up, it was pretty nice growing up in the Iowa
right.
Great Lakes, and want to come back.
Right. Well, you appreciate it differently. I'm same kind of thing where, I couldn't wait to go at one point, but
Sure.
then you realize how good you had it, and we're back to the area again, and so part of it is that draw too, and like I said, nothing better than investing in, really the future of healthcare, and what we want to make sure there's great care for everybody coming up.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, just investing in the next generation.
yeah.
And that
Absolutely.
can just keep folding out as generations go by, too.
I'll give you an example too. We had a J-term student, and I believe she did some junior volunteering for us too from Lake Park, and I just saw a post from her parents come across that she's already doing her white coat ceremony. So how cool is that we were able to give her a scholarship as a senior, and she's working towards the healthcare profession again.
Yeah.
It's like, oh my gosh, for one, time-wise, you start to feel a little bit old that are we already seeing some of the fruits? And we certainly are.
Yes.
When you see those things come across, that those kids that you first, kind of were putting your toe in the water in and seeing, would this be well received or not? We've got some kids already, coming out with doing those things.
Well
so.
received indeed,
Yeah.
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 Well, let's talk about the event itself, when it is and where
You bet.
and so
You
forth.
bet. So coming up in February 11th, it's a Friday, over at Waterfront Event Center. Of course, gorgeous spot.
Yeah.
And really a nice big space for us to be able to host this at. And so they're going to be doing a really nice dinner for us that night. If you're familiar with it, you probably remember kind of the theme is to do some wine tasting.
Yeah.
We've got some bourbon tasting as well. We do a pretty heavy appetizer time, kind of social hour, and then we seat you, and we've got a few more wines for you to try, and we've paired it with, we've got salad and entree and dessert, of course, and then we've got auction. So we've got some silent auction going on, and then we have a small live auction at the end of that night, and like I said, it's a great time to not only just enjoy fellowship with, whether it's coworkers, it's friends, it's neighbors, maybe colleagues, people of those kind of, all sorts of groups coming to enjoy that night. And
Right.
so get your work day in, plan on us for dinner. There's just a way we can slide that right in, and then, like I said, you're doing something to give back as well. So enjoying some things, but giving back.
Yeah, and I have to tip of the hat to our, local businesses and so forth that give for your live auction and silent auction items, because people are so generous.
They're very generous here, and we know that it's there's so many nonprofits for one in our area. Very blessed to have all those things, and then we also know how it affects our businesses is that they get asked a lot. And I feel like we've always just had really good response on those sponsorships. So that would be another option for people to sponsor our event. And so businesses have really stepped up, and I've got individuals sponsoring too. And then the auction items as well. We're trying to find stuff that will get your little elbow in the ribs a little bit about, hey, did you know this was something you could enjoy? And why not do something that also gives back in a positive way, like the scholarship fund? So I really like how the design of that event comes about, and again, nice night.
Nice night. It's so much fun, and a lot of camaraderie, fellow community members, and so forth. And so on the 11th,
6 p.m.
6 p.m.
6 p.m.
Now, if I want to get involved, I want to get tickets. How do I do it? What does it cost?
Yep, you bet. It's $100 a seat.
Okay.
And so again, that includes all of your wine tasting, your bourbon tasting, your full meal and appetizers, all that great stuff. And so $100 per ticket. You can just get a hold of me. We've got some options to either send me a check, or we can direct you to a website, and you can pay online and register that way as well. And like I said, there's sponsorship opportunities available, have a couple different levels, and we can visit through that too if that's something of more interest, get you a couple seats, or maybe even reserve a table.
Right, yeah. So, all right, it's wonderful. Yeah. Lots of opportunities to do good for our youth going into, boy, if we ever needed people in healthcare, it's certainly this this era.
Yep, it is now. And so, like I said, certainly top of mind for us, and this is one way we can help for sure, is get the support from the community through the scholarship endowment fund.
Yeah, so very good. All right. Thank you so much for coming in and joining me.
Absolutely. I appreciate the time and being able to talk about it a little bit more with you. So thank you very much.
All right.
Appreciate it.
We invite you to get involved with the Grape Escape coming up here on February 11th. We want to thank Sonja for taking just a few minutes with us to educate us on it. Thank you for watching us right here on Okoboji Broadcast. Okoboji Broadcast from the studios at historic Arnold's Park Amusement Park is brought to you in part by the Scott Troutman State Farm Agency in Spirit Lake, Quest Wealth Management, a financial advisory practice of Ameriprise Financial Services, advisor Jan Spielman, AJ Spielman, and Erica Wachholz, Ducky's Marine and Motorsports Repair in Spirit Lake, Bank Midwest, dream big, plan wisely, live well. Lakes Regional Healthcare and Avera Partner. Ruthven Locker at the lake, where carnivores are welcome on Hill Avenue in Spirit Lake. Beck Engineering in Spirit Lake. Be Radiant Laser Skin Studio in the Okoboji Plaza in Okoboji.